What if I told you that the sky above you could be a lie? That the very fabric of reality could be manipulated on a global scale? Buckle up, because we're about to explore a world where Project Bluebeam isn't just a conspiracy theory, but a chilling reality. Imagine waking up to news reports of miraculous apparitions in the sky, religious figures, alien spacecraft, or even cosmic events beyond our wildest dreams, all projected using advanced holographic technology. This isn't science fiction, it's the alleged goal of Project Bluebeam, a hypothetical plan to usher in a new world order through mass deception. At its core, Project Bluebeam would aim to establish a one-world government by exploiting our deepest fears and beliefs. Picture this: a fake alien invasion or the simulated return of a messiah, creating global panic and a desperate cry for unified leadership. In this chaos, national borders would dissolve and a new authority would rise, promising safety and salvation. But the consequences of such a grand deception would ripple far beyond the obvious. Let's dive into some unexpected outcomes. First, consider the surge in demand for survival gear and underground bunkers. As people scramble to prepare for an imagined apocalypse, entire industries would boom overnight. Rural areas might suddenly become hotspots as city dwellers flee, believing themselves safer from alien attacks or divine judgment. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. In response to this mass manipulation, we might see a renaissance in critical thinking and media literacy. Schools and online platforms could rapidly develop curricula to teach people how to spot sophisticated fakes. Imagine a world where children are trained from an early age to question everything they see, even the sky above them. But what about those who see through the deception? An unexpected consequence could be the rise of underground resistance movements, using the very technology meant to fool them to spread the truth. Picture secret societies communicating through encrypted channels, using augmented reality to reveal the real sky behind the holographic veil. The psychological impact would be profound. We might see the emergence of a new field of therapy. Let's call it mass delusion recovery. Therapists would specialize in helping people cope with the trauma of having their entire worldview shattered. Support groups would form, not just for alien abductees or religious zealots, but for those struggling to trust their own senses. In the scientific community, the focus would shift dramatically. Researchers who once scoffed at supernatural claims might now dedicate their careers to definitively proving or disproving phenomena once dismissed as impossible. The line between fringe science and mainstream research would blur, potentially leading to groundbreaking discoveries in fields we can't even imagine. But here's a twist you might not expect. Could this grand deception actually unite humanity in an unprecedented way? As people realize they've been collectively fooled, we might see a global movement of solidarity. Former enemies might find common ground in their shared experience of betrayal, potentially fostering a genuine drive for transparency and cooperation. The entertainment industry would be turned on its head. How do you create compelling fiction in a world where reality itself has been called into question? We might see a surge in documentaries and reality shows focused on uncovering truth, while fantasy and sci-fi genres struggle to compete with the bizarreness of actual events. As we wrap up this mind-bending journey, let's ponder one final provocative question. If Project Bluebeam were real and successfully implemented, would it mark the end of free will as we know it? Or could it paradoxically lead to the most enlightened and skeptical society in human history? In a world where the sky itself can lie, truth becomes the most valuable currency. And perhaps, in seeking to control humanity through deception, the architects of such a grand illusion might inadvertently create a population more resistant to manipulation than ever before. The ultimate power grab could become the ultimate backfire, ushering in an era of unprecedented critical thinking and global unity. So the next time you look up at the stars, ask yourself, are you seeing reality, or just an incredibly convincing illusion? In the end, the power to discern truth from fiction might be our greatest defense against any attempt to rewrite our reality.